Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Happy hump day. Getting closer to the weekend, thank goodness. As they say, thank goodness. Good afternoon. We've had a lot go on today, of course. Hey, Sanopa, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Yeah, I spent the day checking out news. I was doing some other stuff too. Just as a note, to those of you who listen to the Straight No Chaser podcast, I put out a remastered version today of a past episode that I had only released it as an audio. So I did it, the video along with that, and mastered the audio with that as well, so that you can get the full version of that that particular podcast episode. So it's available now on YouTube, Patreon, Spotify. Check it out. Hey, Dr. Africa, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Tiffany. I see Cherry. I'm sorry about that. I see, who else do I see? I said, good afternoon to Snopa. User 122, I saw you. Yeah. So I saw folks. So good afternoon. Good afternoon. So, of course, we've had quite a bit going on. Now, I told you guys earlier that Mitch McConnell was telling Senate Republicans, listen, just go ahead and vote for that bill. So they're still fighting. Republicans are still fighting about that bill over in the Senate. Look, I'm having the worst hot flash. Listen, it is taking over me. Taking over. Jesus. I feel like Republican Jesus is blowing his hot breath on me. I'm like, good Lord. Oh, good Lord. Hello, Dance Board Fit. Thank you so much for joining today. And if you guys could tap that like button for me and tap that share button, and with the share, copy link counts as a share, even if you don't send that link to anybody. Thank you so much for that. So, wanted to tell you a couple things. So, I know this morning we talked about the fact that Cuomo, right, finally withdrew from the mayoral race in New York. Thank goodness. Because, frankly, he's an establishment Democrat. He has a lot of money. And as much as he wants to say that he understands kitchen table issues, it is impossible for him to do that. As I said before, when our kitchen table is MFD and his kitchen table is real oak wood, we are not the same people. He can't understand our plight. Hey, Living Life. Hey, Tonton. Hey, Bruce. Good afternoon, everybody. So I'm glad that Cuomo is gone. Good, because he shouldn't have been back in there to begin with to even try to run for office. He needs to go get a regular job like everybody else. Well, it won't be a job like us. I'm sure somebody will pay him a lot of money to do next to nothing. He'll just probably spend a lot of time lobbying Washington, elected officials and stuff like that. He'll get paid for that. Somebody will pay him for that because of his connections. Or his connections to individuals in New York. Hey, T. Brown, good afternoon, beautiful. So I'm very happy about, the fact that Cuomo is bye-bye and out of there. And so maybe it gives the people of New York an opportunity for a different type of leadership that connects with them and sees their issues and understands their plight. And that's something that the rest of you need to understand when it's time to vote. Don't vote for these mega rich people that frankly don't understand your plight, your issues, and what you need, what your family needs. It's frankly a waste of time. So I want to be clear about that. Stop voting for people that don't have your best interests at heart. Hold on, I want to switch to my other. I love to break out my favorite guy. That's my favorite guy while I'm talking about some stuff that's happening. So I want to tell y'all something that Trump is mad about. Now, y'all know, y'all can tell Trump is really angry right now, right? Right? You're right, RJC. Vote Republican and stay poor, because red states, that's what happens. Bye. Y'all didn't see the comment, I did. But anyway, like I was saying, you've seen Trump, he's very upset, right? He's upset that he lied talking about that he had brokered a ceasefire deal. He lied talking about the sites in Iran had been obliterated. He lied about that too, right? Overinflated what had happened, right? Without having confirmation of anything. He's just saying stuff, right? Well, come to find out, Trump is upset because apparently there was some, like, there was an application or some consideration for him to get a Nobel Prize. I have no idea why, but that was withdrawn. So bruh is tight. Okay? He is tight right about now. Like, wait a minute. Hey, Mrs. Thompson, good afternoon, beautiful. He is tight right about now. Because a lot of the things that he wants to happen aren't happening. That big, beautiful bill got busted up by the Senate parliamentarian. Another loss in his court. He continues to lose in court about Abrego Garcia, the administration. They continue to try to move the target and make up new things. They're not winning the trade war, you know. And now going to China, the reports about going to China and now asking China to talk to Iran about not blocking that Gulf of Hormuz, so that we can still get oil and all of those things, or our stuff is going to shoot sky high. Because if you think for 1 second that American oil manufacturers are going to give us cheap gas because we can't have access to foreign oil, and not that we get, you understand what I'm saying? They're not going to do that. American manufacturers are going to take advantage of that by raising prices. Absolutely. Just like other manufacturers in America are taking advantage of the raise in tariffs, like the tariffs happening, even when some of them are not even impacted by tariffs. But they're still going to get their money. Why? Because they can. And that's why they're going to do it. That's why it's extremely important, you guys, for each and every one of you to stay laser focused, stay contacting your elected official. That picture is stuck in your brain. Look, isn't it stuck in all of our brains, Joe? But that's why it's important for you guys to stay focused. You've got to. Remember, I told you, you can do two things. You can do more than one thing at the same time. More than one thing at the same time. You can contact your elected official. Stay holding the elected officials you have at your disposal, the ones that represent you. Hold them accountable. That's all you have to do. When they know you're paying attention, they act a little different than when they know you're not paying attention. See, right now, your pockets are tight. Your money isn't getting impacted. And see, when your money starts to get impacted, you start to pay closer attention to your elected officials. They know that. So they want to give you other distractions to keep you from paying attention to them. Hey, Cindy, good afternoon. Oh, you glad you voted for him 3 times? That's great for you. I'm not sure why you're telling us. Bye. I keep telling y'all, this ain't no democracy, this live. It's a republic of me. And I have conversations that I want to have. What do I tell y'all? Curate your spaces, right? Curate your spaces. Curate your spaces. One of the reasons why things have gotten so far out of control, because a lot of you have spent a lot of time going back and forth with people that don't deserve your time nor your energy. Your time is the biggest commodity that you have. The one thing that you can never get back. What does it say? I don't know even what that person's saying. I'll just let it go for now. Thank you so much for the gifts. But you guys understand where I'm coming from? Don't spend your time going back and forth with people for no reason. Set an example. Like, I got a sheet that I'm going to come out with, a free download to give to you guys. So when you're having discourse back and forth with folks, you know when to walk away, but you also know how to bring something, contribute something good to the conversation so you don't get caught up in no mess. And listen, I got some thundering happening outside my domicile. So if my internet gets connected, I'll probably end up going live, or if it gets to carrying on too much, because where I live, the power lines are above ground. So us losing power during a rainstorm is not unreasonable. Child, you blow on those lines hard enough, like power outage. Chill. So, y'all hear that, right? Y'all heard that one, right? Because you know how it gets so hot? It gets so hot it causes it to rain, which causes it to cool down a little bit, Are you speaking about all the way overpriced real estate in Charlotte, North Carolina, or Raleigh? No, I haven't spoken about it, but I can. I haven't even researched about it, but I know North Carolina is expensive. North Carolina is expensive. When you compare the wages that you can make in North Carolina to the cost of living there, those two things don't add up. But let me tell you, that's every place in America. What's happening now is there is no safe space to go. See, at one time, you could, how people would say, I'm going to move down south because my money will go further. Not anymore. Not anymore. Moving down south will not make your money go any further than you staying up north most times now. Now, no matter where you go, you gonna get got. Hey, Russ, good afternoon, handsome. No matter where you go, you gonna get got. Why? Because rich people want your money. And because government allowed investors to come into those communities and raise the prices of everything. Investors want their money. Hey, storyteller, good afternoon. So that's why you see a lot of it. But if you want to change and stop investors from buying up our neighborhoods, we got to change our government. Government doesn't care. Guess why? Because they don't allow investors to buy up their neighborhoods. Boom. Where all of our elected officials live, they don't allow investors to buy up the neighborhoods they live in. They allow them to buy up the neighborhoods we live in. See? Because they don't want to be one of us either. Then we don't want those people representing us. You understand? We don't want those people representing us then. But Nebraska, I wouldn't say it's all that affordable. Again, it goes back to first you got to find a good paying job. That's the first thing. The first thing if you move to Nebraska is finding a good paying job. The cost of living being cheap is kind of irrelevant if you can't find a good paying job. And if you're living in a place now, say you're making in this example $90,000 a year, and you move to Nebraska and you can make only $50,000 a year. Listen, you still took a pay cut, whether the cost of living is cheaper or not. In your mind, you lost 30 grand. Like, come on. Yeah, that's Trump. That's Don Tiger King Trump up there. Your phone says gift unavailable. I don't understand storyteller. What do you mean? In relation to Trump? But, that's the thing. They won't allow those investors to come into their neighborhoods. They just allow those people to come into our neighborhoods. Okay? And your neighborhood. We have to change that. We change that by talking about what's really happening. Not spending our time talking about in all the ways that we're different. Because guess what? None of us are going to agree on all the same things. Hell, and contrary, and conservatives, if you're listening, if you're in today's live, and tap that like button and that share button for me, and share, just copy link. Even if you don't send it to anybody, it counts as a share for me. Thank you so much. And you haven't smiled all day. Well, you should love the mountains, because at about the last 20 minutes of this live, we're going to talk about why you need to be smiling. Real talk. We're going to talk about that. We're going to have a deep discussion about that today. And like I told y'all, every day that I have a live, I'm going in my live talking about it. Because I want to see the people that participate and come to my lives, I want to see you change your life. And no, I'm not trying to sell you anything. I have nothing for sale. I have no book, no class, no none of that. Okay? I'm just telling you, I'm paying it forward, encouraging you and motivating you to do something that's going to change you and your family's life. That don't cost you nothing but your time. Well, we'll talk about that towards the end. Okay? I just want to get y'all engaged in your government. Like, do all of you know who your local elected officials are? Do you know who your Chamber of Commerce representatives are? Your school board members, your mayors, your city council members, your congress people, your senators, your governor. If you don't know who all those people are where you live, now is the time for you to take the time to learn those things. Because understand, the people that are elected into office, a lot of them don't want you to know those things. They like that you have the ignorance of not knowing, because that gives them strength and power. But somebody who wants the best for you doesn't want you to be ignorant. They want you to be educated and enlightened on what's happening and engaged. They want you to be a part of the discussion. They don't want to talk about you. They want to discuss it with you. But people who want to control you, they want to talk about you. They want to keep you out. I know what's best for you. No, I know what's best for me. I don't need you to go to Washington and tell them what's best for me. I'll tell you what's best for me, and you need to take your ass to D.C. and make it happen. That's what you need to do. That's the problem now. They keep talking down to us, and that's all of them. I know, but most are heartbroken, so I don't bother with them. That's true, but we just got to we still have to put effort into it, because guess what? Going away, your tax dollars are still paying those people. So you ignore them, but you still pay their salaries. I'm not about to ignore somebody I'm paying. Oh, hey, Ian. Thank you for joining again, brother. Thank you for joining again. Hey, Sith Babe, I'm back. Yeah, I'm back. TikTok they had me down. And see, this is another reason why later on we're going to get into a discussion. I'm going to give us about 15 more minutes on this other discussion. And then we're going to talk about that because I just put up a video about it a few minutes ago that y'all need to watch. Again, I'm not here to sell you anything. Thank you so much, Ian. I'm not here to sell you anything. I just want you to hear so you can change your life. Change your life by being engaged in your government. Did you even know that the Supreme Court, they passed a decision the other day. They did something that was limited that allows the administration to deport you to places that you don't even come from. And that's a problem considering you have agents with faces covered. You don't even know who these people are. They don't have the tagging to show that they're actually working for ICE or any of those things. That's why you need to pay attention. I keep telling y'all, Trump is the distraction. He's the distraction while Congress does the dirty work. While Mitch McConnell, well, I'm looking for something. While Mitch McConnell tells members of Congress, hold your nose and vote for the big, beautiful bill anyway. Yeah, we know people are going to be mad, but so what? They'll get over it. Nothing's going to change if y'all don't change it. That's you. When people say things like that about you, that means the arrogance of knowing no matter what I do, you're still going to support me. You're still going to put me in a place where I don't deserve to be because I'm not working for you. But because I know that you don't like that other person, I'm going to focus on that so you stay focused there and you don't focus on me. That's why I told y'all we don't all have to like everything that each other likes. All liberals don't like all things. I don't like everything that liberals like. There are certain progressive policies I do not like and I do not agree with. However, there are other policies that I do agree with very strongly. Just because I'm a liberal don't mean I agree with everything that liberals do. Now, where Republicans fall into, y'all heard that? Where Republicans fall into a trap is they think that it's an absolute. No, you don't have to be absolute to agree with your party. Listen, if you want a party and you want to hold them accountable and you want them to work for you, you better hold them accountable. That's real talk. If you agree with everything, then what are you getting out of it? You're paying them money. You're paying them money, but what are you getting? Nothing. You getting a Coke and a damn smile. Wake up. You are allowing these people to take advantage of you, of me, your children, your grandchildren, your parents. If you have special needs children, what about your special needs kids? Essentially, this administration does not care about special needs children at all. All of the progress that we have made in America to help special needs children, fast forward to now, it's regressing. Regressing. There was a time in America that they treated people with special needs like second-class citizens. We're reverting back to that. We're reverting back to that. Yeah, they don't care about seniors either. Y'all need to understand, like for many of you, for many of us, we're still young enough where we're not at our major medical event yet, or we're not old enough to depend on the system. But let me tell you, there's so many elderly people in America who do not have anybody, any family. They don't have anybody to care for them. They are lonely. They have nobody to talk to, nobody to see, and nobody monitoring their care, none of that stuff. One of the things I've always said that, because I speak the things I want to happen, right? When my empire gets built, because I said my empire gonna be bigger than Mr. Beast. What they say, you shoot for the moon, you reach the stars, right? One of the things I'm gonna have is a real nonprofit where I absorb every single penny, every single cost. And what I'm gonna do is pay people to go around and visit elderly people, spend time with them, check on them, make sure they have the things they need, companionship, somebody to have fun with, but people they can trust, not somebody that's gonna come in their home, do elder abuse, take advantage of them. No, none of that. But nobody has to pay out of pocket. Rich people got enough to do all of these things already, y'all. They just won't do it. Why? Because they only do so much up into that tax break. Once they've hit that tax break threshold, you're not going to get another dime of their damn money. Yep, that used to be somewhat Meals on Wheels, but they got rid of it. But Meals on Wheels just kind of say, hey, how you doing, and give you a meal. I'm talking about somebody that might pick you up. They'll pick you up a couple days a week, take you to the park, take you someplace. Or if you're not mobile, come spend time with you. Watch Murder, She Wrote with you. You understand what I'm saying? They need that. Play checkers with you. Play chess with you. Play music, old records with you. You understand? The elderly need that too. America doesn't respect its elders. But its elders doesn't respect its youth. Because I've also said that the elders have done a piss poor job of making sure that the youth have something after them. The elders have used government. They've gotten resources from government. They've gotten the things that they've needed. But they haven't made sure that everybody else has. We're supposed to pay it forward. But they're too busy trying to go back. Back in my day. It's not 19... Oh, y'all heard that. It is not 1932. It's not 1957 either. It is 2025. And I say that because I went through my moments of being a little regressive and going, I don't understand what these young people are doing. But it took the time for me to sit and listen and pay attention. Because if you really sit and listen and pay attention, young people are telling you exactly what they're doing. They're not willing to follow the system that the rest of us have been following. And some people that are older are mad about that. How dare you not have to grow up and work a job that you hate? Yeah, a lot of this is the old guard fighting that new guard, that new young guard. Because that young guard is pushing back, going, well, we don't want to work a job for 30 years that we don't like, making barely enough money to get by. Because it ain't like you can make enough money to get by like they could anymore. You understand? Young people don't want to do that. They want to live their dreams. They want to live their life with purpose. They don't want to spend their whole life going, well, what if I would have lived the life that I really wanted to live? Young people aren't doing that. They're saying, you know what? I'm going to try to live the life that I've always wanted to live. And if I fail, oh well, but at least I tried. While older people are like, well, you need to get just a job. See? Nerd alert. That's right. You should do it because you love it. The problem is so many people work jobs that they don't love. They do it because they have to. And that's just the truth. They do it because they have to. Think about it in your own life, you guys. How many of you out there are working jobs? You do the job. They pay you good money, or they pay you, and you may even be great at your job, but it ain't your passion. It ain't what you really want to do and make money doing. If you could do your passion, you just do what you got to do to make sure you pay your bills, to make sure that you make ends meet, to make sure that stuff happens the way it's supposed to happen. Also, because it's what you're supposed to do. If you don't get a job in the past before the ACA, you couldn't have health insurance. Think about it. You had to get a job just to have health insurance. Things have changed. Life is different. And young people see that. So a lot of this in politics and what we're seeing now in our government is certainly the old guard, which is Trump, versus this young guard, this new guard. And young to me is anybody that's under 80. Oh, I'm saying it. Because them elders are hitting them polls quick and often when it's time to vote. Oh, it's about to storm here. Let me see if it's doing anything yet or just thundering. Oh, no. It's raining good out there. And I went out there and watered my plants earlier. Oh, well. You can never have too much water. I was watering my garden because I'm growing stuff and everything. So I watered it early. It was hot as Hades out there. I said, goodness gracious. So understand, that's what y'all seeing, old guard versus new guard. And you have to ask yourself, where do you want to be? Do you want to continue to be caught up in the matrix that you've been caught up in, begging for more appreciation, more money, more opportunities? Or do you actually want to have the life that you really want to have? And that's a solid question that I'm asking everybody this afternoon. That's a solid question that I'm asking you. Now, just because I might end up wrapping up early because y'all hear that carrying on out there, I'm going to take this background off to talk to y'all about something else real quick. Now, listen, I told y'all earlier I read an article and I made a video about it right before like maybe 20 minutes before I went live to share the article again, to tell you guys to go look at that Forbes article. It's the Forbes article titled, hold on, I'll tell you what it's titled again. Let me look it up. Here we go. Oh, shoot, it keeps closing on me. There we go. Let me go all the way to the top. This article here, top 50 creators of 2025, right? Y'all need to go read that article. Listen, the video I did earlier is talking about, again, like I told you before, I don't have any classes to sell, any books to sell, none of that. Everything I'm telling you, I am telling you for free based upon my experiences making content, okay? I'm just sharing my personal experiences and what works for me and and I'll tell you some of what hasn't worked for me, but I really focus on what has worked for me. Make your content. Goldman Sachs is saying that there is $50 billion on the table for content creators to make by next year. 50 billion with a B. Hey, beautiful. Hey, good afternoon. So if you want to get your family out that cycle of poverty, you can do it with your phone. Pick up your damn phone and make content. If you don't know what to make content about that. I'm going to keep on saying it because I care about anybody that's coming into my, what do they say, my dominion, my world. I love to see the people around me win. That's just the type of person that I am. I'm not one of those people that like to win and watch everybody else watch me. I'm not really into that. Yeah, that's not really my thing. I like to see everybody win, especially when there's enough money on the table for everybody to win. Okay? Go find that article and go read that article. That's the first thing you need to do to get some inspiration. That's the first thing you need to do to get inspiration. Then you need to make content. You can make all types of content. Faceless content, content with you just staring at the wall talking, content with you in the car, content with you walking, content. Just make content. The big key is when you're making content, if you're going to talk, you got to understand that when people are scrolling on things like any social media platform, whether it's TikTok or anywhere else, you don't have a lot of time to get those people. You got 1 to 3 seconds. They say 3 seconds, but it's really about 1 second. I say 1 to 2 to get somebody because I know how I am. When I'm scrolling through that For You page, I'm moving quick. And if something don't catch me fast, I'm out of there. I'm not wasting my time sitting there because I don't want more of that to show up on my For You page, right? Whatever you watch and interact with, you're telling TikTok, show me more of it. So if I don't want to see more of it, I don't interact with it. I just get going, right? What I want to see more of, I actually interact with, right? Okay, you need to think in those same ways too. You need to think in those same ways too. I'm going to tell you something else, like I told you earlier. Engagement is not going to get you more followers. People telling you that's a lie. That's not going to get you more followers. I'm just going to be honest with you. That will not get you more followers. Not in my experience. Not in my experience. Because at some point when you're posting enough content, you can't really keep up with all of the engagement that you're trying to keep up with. It's impossible. You're only one person. You're only one person. It's only so much you can do in a day anyway. It's only 24 hours in a day. So don't fall for that shit. When you see videos that people say, follow me, like, share, comment, it's gonna get you followers, that's a lie. It's getting them followers. You want followers, just make content. Point blank period. Just make content. You know what's content right now? If I went out on my porch and just recorded it raining, that alone would probably get 200,000 views. You can just record the rain. Don't say nothing. Then you can record the rain again and put a quote over it. Then you can record the rain again, put a quote over it with music over it. You understand? That's content. And I know that for many of us, hey DCJ, I see you, girl. We talked about that a little bit, and I said them Demis got to go. The Dems that voted to block Trump's impeachment, they gotta go. But make your content. DCJ, did you make that content we talked about yesterday? That moving and that settling in content? Make your content. I'm ending the live today talking about that, reminding you guys to make your damn content. Sincerely, make your content. $50 billion. Do you know how much $50 billion is? Yeah, and that's right, Nerd Alert. And see, the more content you create, the more you will find your voice. I'm going to tell you what else you need to do. You need to make content every day. What I found for me is what I do. I'm going to tell you what I do. I don't really like to make content throughout the day. That's not really my thing. Some have to really hit me hard where I'm like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and I got to make this video right now. Outside of that, I'm not really one of those people. I'm one of those people that I like to make all my content in the morning. I batch content, create. So in the morning, you know, the day before, I've done some research. The day of, right before, I do a little bit of research, digging around, figuring out what I'm going to talk about. I dig through different social media platforms. I dig through different news sites because it's based upon the type of content that I do, right? And I do that type of stuff. Then I figure out what videos I'm going to record, and I record those videos. I may not put them all up at once, but I record those videos. Then I put up my first video, I edit it, and then and then I post it. And then while that's running, I'd go ahead and do 4 or 5 more videos. Sometimes I do 10, 12 videos back to back. It doesn't take long to do videos. Videos don't have to be long. Y'all are overthinking it. Hey, Lee, good afternoon. You're overthinking it. Yeah, if you have a weird interest, yeah, find a unique way to word it on TikTok or start a YouTube channel and do it on YouTube. Do it on another platform. You don't have to do it on TikTok. Do something else on TikTok. You understand? Because, listen, I know everybody's fighting to get in the Creator Rewards program. And yeah, it's a cool program. But understand, that's not the big money. Not the Creator Rewards program. The big money is in the affiliate marketing and is in brand deals, promotional deals. That's where the money is. Today, I was checking my email. I got an email from Alibaba that is asking me, they proposed to me, they want me to make a video, just a 60-second TikTok video. And they want me to send them my rate because I ain't going to do it for free. You understand? I don't do free stuff no more. I told y'all like a couple weeks ago, I stopped that stuff. Fuck, that's free shit. You want me to do something? Let's talk about you. Let's talk about the monetary exchange because I know my value. Look, and ChatGPT is helping me figure it out. And let me tell you, ChatGPT be telling me repeatedly. Know how I calculated my rate? I asked ChatGPT. And this is how I did it. I have been consistently feeding my metrics to ChatGPT. I do it every week to say, okay, this is what happened. I do weekly metrics and I do monthly metrics, right? And I do it. And I do all of that stuff and I feed it in and I say, you know, give me a summary of, you know, what's been working for me, what hasn't been working for me, da 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 da. And so I do that. So when I got this email, it's a simple thing. I copy the stuff that's, you know, from the email that has no personally identifiable information, right? And I said to ChatGPT, listen, I got an offer from a company, a website that wants me to do a 1-minute TikTok video and they want me to send them a rate card. I have no idea how much money to charge them for this video. Can you help me? Because I need to know. And I need you to remember all the analytics that I fed you. And then I updated it. Now I have 47,000 followers. I have 1.1 million likes. So I post daily, new content every day. So I need you to tell me what my rate should be. And ChatGPT broke it down to me and told me at bare minimum I should be asking for $750. It said I should not be doing any exchange in which I am promoting the site for free and getting paid after the fact. No, sir. They said that should be the cherry on top. That should not be the default. You understand? You understand where I'm coming from? So that's why I said use the technology that's accessible to you. So I don't know if they're going to take it, you know, if they're going to come back and say, okay, that's something we're interested in. But I made very clear, you're not going to get me cheap. And maybe that is cheap. Maybe I'm lowballing myself and I don't know yet. But I can tell you this, I'm not willing to do videos for free. That's why I tell y'all to make your videos. You think you need millions of followers. No, you don't. You can have 5,000 followers and get brand deals if your followers are engaged. See, y'all worried about having a lot of followers. When the brands are looking at not even just a lot of followers, but like, what's your, like Mr. Beast, he has a lot of followers. His engagement, though, is lower than some other content creators that are on that list that have less creators, but they have less followers, but they have higher engagement. So they're also making millions of dollars because they have high engagement. It's not that they have a shitload of followers. So y'all understand my point? So when you make your videos, just make them. Make them in the way that you need to. If you like to record throughout the day, record throughout the day. If you like to bulk record your content, bulk record your content. I record some of my content in the app. I record some of the content just using the camera on my phone, and then I just upload it. You can also upload videos that you have recorded. Like, say they tell you to do creator search insights. That does help to grow your TikTok organically. It absolutely will. Go to creator search insights. Find a topic that you want to talk about. Save it. They have a save ribbon. You click that, right? Then you can figure out how you want to talk about it. If you don't know how you want to talk about it, go to AI. Hey, AI, I want to talk about this subject. How to make cats play piano. Give me a captivating hook in the first 1 to 2 seconds. Boom. I want it to be a 15-second video. And I want it to be funny. And you keep talking to it and working with it until you get what you want. Hey, Mad Historian. That's what you do. Creator Search Insights is a tool that TikTok has. Hey, Beerlicious is a tool that TikTok has. So next time when you go to your home screen, search for Creator Search Insights. And when you go, and I'll show you on this other device I have. And it shows you things people are searching for. Remember I told you TikTok is a big search engine. So it's showing you the things that people are searching for. Make some content on the things that people are searching for. That helps you get views. Again, we all should be making this money. I'm taking the time to talk about this today because I'm going, listen, I don't care about having a lot of people in here tonight. I don't care about having a lot of likes tonight. That's not my focus. My focus tonight, ever since reading that article, I went, wait a minute. So here it is again, another damn gold rush. I wonder how many regular working class people are going to change their life and their tax bracket by just making content. You don't even need no fancy equipment. All you need is your cell phone. You already have the cell phone. So you might as well make content. Okay, so I'm searching for Creator Search Insights so I can show it to you. Okay, so when I went to the search, I searched for Creator Search Insights. And you see it here? So then I'm going to click View. Right? And it's going to take me to this list. Okay, yeah, but I'm not asking for that. It's going to take you to a list of topics. And in that list of topics, these are things that people are searching for, right? These are things people are searching for. And when you see the red, that means it's hot. It's really, 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 really trending, right? So then, what's even better? I go to this tab here called, I got to make sure I keep it over here. This tab here called Content Gap. I click that. That's the stuff that people are searching for that there isn't enough content for on the app. TikTok is telling you people are looking for it, but there's not enough content for it. Make content for it. Make content for it. Like, for example, improving your mental health. Like certain things, I wouldn't do a TikTok on that. Only because TikTok can be funny when you're not a medical professional talking about medical things. So, and they can sometimes suppress you if you're not sharing your own personal story about something. So I try to stay away from stuff that I'm not going to get too personal about. So, so you keep scrolling. So say, for example, I'm going to keep scrolling. I'm going to find one that's in this list. Okay, look at this. No. Maximize your travel funds, right? Okay, I'm going to show y'all what I would do in this situation. Say if I wanted to make a video on this, right? The last option I picked was Content Gap. When you go to Creator Search Insights, it's some tabs up top, and you're going to pick the one that says Content Gap. That's the one that's going to tell you, everything that's happening. So I'm going to save Maximize Travel Funds. I click next to it. I'm saving it for a reason, right? So we know that people are searching for something related to maximizing travel funds, right? So I click on it. Now, TikTok is showing me, they said this is increasing 97% in popularity. Why? Because people are traveling. So that's why people are looking for information like this, right? It's going to show you videos that other people have done. It's going to show you other topics that you can talk about that are also trending related to this. So you can keep making content about this subject, you know, and digging deeper and deeper, right? So this is what I would do. So maximize your travel funds. So TikTok also gives you some tips for creators, right? So they tell you choose a topic that interests you. Okay, they're really not giving me much there. But so what I would do would be, I would think of a tip. I would go, okay, what would be a good way for me to maximize my funds for travel? Then, you know what I would think? I think in my personal experience, for me, traveling midweek is always cheaper when I travel, right? So I want to do a post about that. So you know what I would do? I would go to ChatGPT. Say, hey, ChatGPT, I want a script. And hold up, and I'm going to ask ChatGPT. I'm going to do this right here as an example, right? To show you guys an example of how you can do this so that you will never overthink this again, right? Okay. No, I don't want to use that. Oh, it won't let me. Hold on. Okay, here we go. While using that. Okay. Hey, ChatGPT, I want to do a 30-second video about how to maximize travel funds when people are traveling. And for me, I know I've always been able to save money when I travel during the week. Like a Tuesday, leave on a Tuesday, depart on, you know, go back home on a Tuesday. Because those are, like when you travel during the week between a Tuesday through a Thursday, most people aren't traveling. They wait till Fridays, Mondays, Saturdays. So I find that that saves money. So can you just give me an interesting and captivating hook in the first 3 seconds of the video? Something, I need this video, I want it to be relatable. So people, because I know people can identify with this and I want to help people save money. Okay, now ChatGPT is writing. Yes, I pay for ChatGPT because I do other things in there too. So it's writing me a script, right? It just wrote me a script. So now here's my video. Now watch me say it real fast. This is the script. Ever feel like you overpaying just to go on vacation? You probably are, unless you're flying on a Tuesday. There's the hook. They gave me the hook right there. Now I'm going to say, give me a full 30-second script. Watch. Come on, thing. Now give me a full 30-second script. Now it's going to give me a script. See how fast I did that? Now I got a whole script. Listen, ever feel like you're overpaying to go on vacation? Spoiler, you probably are if you're not traveling on a Tuesday. Like, here's a travel hack I always use. I fly out on Tuesday and then come back on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, right? And then you'll always find cheaper flights that way. Why? Because most people fly on weekends or Mondays, and airlines know midweek travel equals lower demand equals better prices. I save hundreds by just avoiding peak travel days. And you can too. It's simple, it's smart, and it adds up fast. You want some more quick tips to stretch your travel budget? Hit that follow. And your wallet will thank you. Boom. Video done. See? Y'all overthinking it. Y'all overthinking it. You don't have to pay the $20. I did this in the free version. I'm not even logged in and did this in ChatGPT. It don't even know who I am. Because it doesn't save my conversations on this device because I'm not logged in. So it doesn't even know that I have this account at all over here. This is a whole different device. You don't have to pay for it to use it. Just FYI, you can use it for free too. It's other models, and to be able to do other things in ChatGPT, you have to pay a fee every month. You don't have to. Yep, click Content Gap. That's the one that shows you content. It shows you what people are searching for that there's not enough content available for. That stuff is going to help you get views. The free version allows you to ask four questions of it. Oh, I didn't know the free version capped you out. Yeah, because I paid the $20 a month, but it's worth it. Listen, if you want to be serious about content creation, if you want to make some of that $50 million, if you want to make some of that money, I would highly suggest to you to go ahead and, you know, find a tool to use. But see, you can use other tools. I have used Gemini. You don't have to pay for Gemini to do basic stuff on Gemini. So make your content. Hold on, I'm going to switch to something because I want to switch to an effect. Let me find it. I had found it. Ooh, it is so, it's getting hot in here, so hot, no take off. I am getting so hot, I want to take my off. Man. What they say, whoa. It's getting hot and so hot. Like, hold on, I'm trying to find this picture to share with y'all. Hold on. Trying to find the right way to do this. I hate these things. These things. Okay, there we go. Okay, because I want y'all to see this. Oh, that's too big. Okay, but be able to see this article. $853 million these people made last year. I need you to see that so that you'll make your content. We're only talking 50 people. This isn't thousands of people. This is 50 people. 50 people made $853 billion last year. You read that article? Yeah. If you're not inspired to do something and to pick up your phone, make content. Okay? Make content. If I don't tell you nothing else tonight, if you don't want to keep being oppressed by your government, make content to get in another tax bracket. Maybe I need to say it like that. Make content to get in another tax bracket. Okay? So you don't have to feel the weight. So your government will actually work for you. You can have more influence to change it when you have money. Because we know that money changes politics. Let's keep it all the way a buck. The problem is we got a lot of people with a lot of money not doing things to help regular people. Would you help regular people if you had the money? I would. Because I know what it's like not to have it. I don't have a desire to sit on a high horse and on a hill and look down on everybody. Which GPT? I use ChatGPT. But I've used Gemini. Gemini is okay, but I've used Gemini for other things, not for my everyday uses. My everyday uses is ChatGPT because I've curated the bot in the way that I talk to it. So it's very good about, and I even argue with it. Listen, it ain't gonna catch feelings. Argue with it. It's a robot. Get what you want from it. Get it to curate the things that you need. And I say all this to say so that you'll make your content. Make your content. My lipstick. Make your content. What did I tell you? I have 3.1 million views on a video talking about my dog's vagina. Make your content. Make your content. It's real simple. My ChatGPT, if it gives you emojis and you don't want it, say stop putting emojis in your answers to me. It'll stop doing it. Talk to it. You just have to tell it. You have to tell that thing how to communicate with you. Y'all have to look at those bots as you're training it. Don't forget on on the 30th of this month, we're doing a session where we're just talking about AI because y'all asked for that session. So that's why we're going to do it. But we're going to do a session on AI on the 30th so that you guys can better learn how to talk to it. Because when you understand how to talk to ChatGPT or any AI tool, it's going to change what you get from it. You say animal content, I need to get a dog or cat. But this is the thing. Why don't you do a video talking about that? Why don't you draw a paper cat and do a video with a paper cat and paper dog? Bet you get a lot of views. Guaranteed. You'll get a lot of views. You just got to categorize it. That's all. Categorize it. Search funny cat videos, funny dog videos. Screen cap all the extra search terms that pop up. Copy and paste them on your video. Drag them to the side. Put some nice captions on your screen. Spark engagement. Put a quick description on it. Post it and go. Done. That's what you need to do tonight, Sonny. Make you a cat, and it can be a raggedy looking cat too. The raggedy your pictures look, the better. Where the lie at? The raggedy your stuff looks, the better. Think about it. The videos that blow up the most on TikTok are not highly curated videos. They're things in which people relate and connect to. If y'all want people to connect with your content, just be relatable and do regular things. Stop trying to pretend to be somebody that you're not. I know, because I did that in the beginning. I was doing all these different things. And then when I lost my job, I did a video and I was really upset. And I just was like, forget being all formal, because I thought I had to be formal, you know. And ever since then, I just really was just like, fuck it. You know what I mean? You said you like those videos you did, like you talking to someone in the passenger seat. Oh yeah, those videos were fun. And I just did that based on the trend I saw. When I saw that trend happen, I said, well, let me try to get a couple quick views. I looked at it as a way to get quick views. It was a quick video I could make. It only is 8 seconds. You know what I mean? It's nothing fast. Not at all. And you know what's funny? ChatGPT helped me come up with the script from Montgomery, Alabama. For that 8-second video where I was like, I bet you won't write no more checks with your mouth after that, that your mouth can't cash after that man swim across that water and whooped your ass. I talked to ChatGPT and it helped me frame a hook for that. Because I just told it, I said, listen, I want to do an 8-second video using this trend. And I want to use it based upon that Montgomery thing that happened with that fight, with that boy who swam across that water and whooped them people ass. Help me. And it did. Yeah, what might look like that? Exactly. So make your content. I say that to y'all, $853 million. Make your content. Make your content. Hold on, I'm going to show you something else. I'm going to show you one more thing. Let me see. That's not the one. I think I have it too big. Okay, you can see some of it. But as you see, it says that $50 million, $50 billion stands to be made next year. With a B. 50 billion. 50 billion. Make your content. That's a lot of fucking money. So if you say that there's no room for you to be a content creator, you're lying to yourself. You're lying. These people are just being relatable. The only difference between you and them is they made it. They made content and they kept making content consistently. I now have over 10,000 views on YouTube. Because I just keep repurposing I repurpose my TikTok content over on YouTube. I need to make some YouTube original content. But until I make some YouTube original content, I put my TikTok content over there. And it's been getting me views over there too. Because there are a lot of people that don't use TikTok. They're only on YouTube. So I'm introducing myself to people on YouTube. And it takes time for you. I only got 150 something followers. But I got over 10,000 views. Keep posting your content. Y'all worried about not having big followers, not having big numbers. You're not going to get people to watch your videos if they think you're not coming back tomorrow. I wouldn't invest time in watching your video if you ain't. If I'm going to sit there, because I'm one of those people. I binge watch content, even on Netflix, even on streaming platforms. If I like something, I'm going to watch all of it in a very short amount of time, as much of it as I can. And if you keep giving me new content for it, I'm going to keep watching it. Hey, Wendy. So you have to think of your audience in the same way. You have to make new content every day. Even if it's just a 5-second video, so what? You were still there. How do you deal with haters? A lot of time, the big first thing is I ignore it. Listen, what do you care more about? Changing your bank account or haters? That's the first thing. First thing, because I ignore it. Haters are my motivators. I look at people like that as people who aren't brave enough to do what I do. Because it takes bravery to be a content creator. It's easy to be a troll and hide behind an icon, or avatar and clown somebody. That's easy. That's light work. It's hard to get in front of a camera every day and be vulnerable and deal with it. I've even had people call me N-words, all types of stuff. That stuff don't bother me. For what? For what? I'm changing my life. I'm changing my family's life. I don't give a shit about that, and neither should you. You need to make your damn content. Laugh all the way to the fucking bank. It's right. It's just words. Laugh all the way to the bank. You think these people who made content, you think they cared about people saying you shouldn't do that? That doesn't make any sense. I didn't even tell people that know me that I even made content. I didn't even tell nobody. Like the people in my house knew. Outside of that, I ain't tell nobody really that I made content, because you know what? Those are usually the last people you need to tell. Those are the last people you need to tell. You need to be telling, you understand what I'm saying? Because you're going to get the bulk of your support in the beginning from people who don't even know you. They're going to give you a chance because they don't have anything else to know you on except for that few seconds or minute that they spent with you. How do you know who to accept a follow from? Honestly, I don't mind follows. I don't care who follows me. I don't control that too much. I control the comments on my content. Those are the things I control. So I monitor the comments on my social media. I monitor the comments on my videos on TikTok. I monitor the comments on my videos on YouTube. And if I don't like the comment, I delete it. It is my station. Think of your content as your own channel. The world is one big cable network, and you are your own channel. I'm not going to let anybody come onto my channel and broadcast anything that I don't agree with. That's what a comment is to me. A comment is a broadcast to me. I don't care about that. I am there to communicate what I came to communicate. Because see, y'all got to understand, there are also people watching your content that will never comment on it. They're never going to comment on your content, but they like what you do and they're going to contact you to do business with you. You see, when they troll you, do you get paid from their interaction? It depends. If I have a post that qualifies for creator search insights, I'm paid for their view because the time they took to write that comment took more than 3 seconds. So it don't matter to me because whether I post a comment or not, I still got paid for the view. Catch that. Y'all better monitor those comments. I monitor them. I monitor them on purpose because let your haters be your motivators. But I monitor my comments. Sometimes you guys will see I let things be there. And then I'll mass approve some comments, but I didn't really read them all the way. Sometimes I read them all the way. It depends on how many comments. Because there's hundreds of comments waiting to be reviewed. I'll just approve them all, right? Then as I'm going through comments to do interaction and engagement with people, I'm liking their comments, commenting back, real things and stuff like that. The engagement that matters most, frankly, I think, is the engagement you have on your own videos. When people comment on your videos, that you have real conversations with them so that they feel like them taking the time and commenting on your comment your content was appreciated. You know what I mean? So that's the engagement that I think that really matters, is how you engage with the people that comment on the videos that you do put out there, the content that you do put out there. That is the stuff that's going to get you, I think, people coming back. A lot of the people I get a lot of new viewers, but I get a lot of returning viewers on my content. And I like that. And that's a testament to, I try to provide something of value. Just remember, you're trying to provide something of value, and value can be your story, your experience. Don't overthink it. Say you were walking in your house and you stub your toe on the couch. That's a video. Be like, you know what, y'all? I was in here seriously about to fight my couch. I put up them dukes. I was like this in here because I swear this couch got a vendetta after me. Because at least 3 days a week, I bump my little toe on the edge of that damn couch. At this point, I'm surprised it ain't broken. It should be looking like Rocky's nose by now, as many times as I've hit this toe on this side of this damn couch. Boom, video. You see? Thank you so much, storyteller. I really try to interact because when I comment on people's videos, I like when they interact with me. That was funny, you see, but I just came up with that. I just made that shit up. You see, just make something up. The more y'all do it, the more you get comfortable doing it. But see, I'm a clown. I run around my house all day doing clown, silly things. The thing is, though, I don't run around all day recording it. Because I'm also one of those people that by the time I remember that I should have recorded it, I've already done it. And then to do it again, make it seem manufactured. So then I don't want to do it. But it's okay to recreate moments. So don't always listen to my story. Because sometimes recreating moments also turns viral. Just make your content. Somebody mentioned Risa Tisa earlier. She changed her entire life by just sitting in her car talking about a personal experience. How marrying the wrong person was a horrible experience for her for quite some time and how she got out of it. She turned that into a whole, she's a brand. She's a brand. You know what's crazy when you realize that Drewski is worth more than Charlemagne the God. I'm going to say it one more time. Drewski is worth more than Charlemagne the God. And Charlemagne show up every day at the Breakfast Club. Write books. All that shit. Drewski just make videos. Got endorsement deals, promotional deals, brand deals, merchandise. See? Drewski got famous because Drewski just kept making content. That's it. That's it. He kept showing up. There's somebody for everybody out here. That's the thing that y'all don't realize. Yep, it's Casanet. He has a huge audience. Casanet makes a lot of money. But the key is to be consistent. That's how you're going to make money on social media. Just show up every day. So when I hear people talk about, well, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not handsome enough, I go, no, you're just not brave enough. You got to be honest. That's the real issue. Let's just keep it all the way a buck. The real issue is a lot of people just aren't brave enough to do what is necessary and required to make money being a content creator. Because you're going to have to be vulnerable. You're going to have to deal with trolls. That's okay. Deal with them in the way that you deal with them. I deal with them, like I said, by curating stuff. But I also understand that as I continue to grow, there will come a time when I won't have as much control, right, over certain things that happen in my environment. But I'm going to work as hard as possible to maintain that control. Beyonce does. Maybe I'll be the first content creator that figures out that special secret sauce of doing that as well. So building an empire that is also a controlled environment that allows everybody to come in and flourish in that environment, even if we don't all agree with one another. You see? Make your content. That's what I gotta keep saying that. Or like again, I fed into TikTok. What did I tell y'all earlier? My analytics, and I shared the link for this article, and I said, listen, tell me where I am similar to those big brand content creators, where I'm already doing things they're doing so I can keep doing that stuff, and where I'm not doing things that they could do, ideas and things that I could do that they're doing that I'm not doing, so that I can make more money and give me other ideas. I printed out, because I like to read stuff on paper, but I printed out everything ChatGPT did for me. They put stuff in a table telling me, this is the type of, create signature content, Mr. Beast style, and telling me specifically what I need to do to launch that. Telling me about doing a flagship channel, doing merchandise, partnering with brand opportunities, my edge versus the Forbes top 50 list. I have intellectual credibility and I have authenticity through live streams. Y'all understand? Use the technology to your benefit. Go get this damn money. I just know that 6 months from now, I expect each and every one of you who are in this live tonight to be able to come through any one of my lives, events here on TikTok, YouTube, or whatever platform I'm on doing an event, and tell me, hey, I remember when you were talking about that Forbes article, and I was scared to make content, but you kept saying just make the content, even if I'm afraid of the content, and I kept making content, and now I'm making $25,000 a month. Thank you. And I only got 8,000 followers. Because see, for some strange reason, y'all think y'all need a lot of followers. You don't. You don't. You don't. So I'm speaking that into every single one. No, you wouldn't give me credit, storyteller. I wouldn't allow you to. You're going to have to give yourself credit. I would force you to. Because you did the work. You see? All I did was light a fire under you, but you did the work. So I'm saying to y'all, do your work. Go make your content. When you get out of this live tonight, go make a piece of content and put it up. Go make a piece of content and put it up. And keep making content and keep putting it up. Look, I got 3 cats in here and 2 dogs. I don't really make a lot of animal content, even though I have animals. Because these damn animals never fucking cooperate, right? Which is great content because they do whatever they want to do. But frankly, most of the time when I'm messing around with my animals, I'm not messing with my phone. But I got to do a better job on that because that's passive views. Just animals. Especially John Giovanni Wick. I got to do a series on John Wick. I'll probably do that on my other account. That's my dude. That's my cow cat upstairs. John Giovanni Wick. That's the man right there. And he is quite the spy. We got to lock up everything when we let that guy out. Because he going to get into something. But make your content. So, who was it? Sonny? I expect to see a video cross my timeline at some point with your paper cat and your paper dog. And you talking about, and you can make a whole series. Ask AI to help you. You want to make a series talking about animals that you adopted. And yours is funny because your animals are paper animals. And you have a paper cat and a paper dog, and you could do different videos, how you went through the adoption process, how you pick the animals. You can even do a video where you show different paper cats and how you pick the right paper cat, the right cat for you. You don't never have to say he's a paper cat. To you, he's your cat. You understand? Y'all overthinking this shit. Make the video. Make the video. I know that who was it? Storyteller. You said your family does bees and honey. Make videos on that. You don't even have to talk. You can just do music and just record a beehive. Guaranteed views. Yep, see? Yep, see, Sunny Peach? Stop overthinking it, y'all. So make your content. Make your content. I'm about to put up another video on my other account soon as this live is over. Where I showed how I made a ghetto tray for one of my peach trees outside because I don't have enough trays for my pots, to hold the water in because I went to look for pot trays. But they charging $4 now, not on my watch, to hold water in. I told y'all I'm cheap. No, ma'am. No, sir. Not when they used to be $1. Not me. Not ever. Not never. So I took a piece of plastic and I just got some stuff holding it up where it keeps the water around it. Listen. It did what it needed to do. It's doing the job. Okay? That's a video. So make your videos, okay? Don't forget, like I told you before, thank you all so much for joining me tonight. There is a new episode of the Straight No Chaser podcast. Check out the link in my bio. You can check out that new episode that I remastered. I told you that includes video now because it didn't before, right? It is on Patreon, Spotify, and YouTube. I have also uploaded this morning's live from TikTok onto YouTube, and yesterday evening's and yesterday morning's live is also on YouTube as well. I've been uploading the lives to YouTube. So if you miss a live session, check it out on YouTube as well. Check out the Substack for written commentary because I wrote a great short little piece today about Andrew Cuomo and him losing, especially since I did that video earlier today. So check out the Substack too. There's no cost to check those things out. I also wanted to give you guys an update. I am going to be introducing merch soon. So T Bliggity Block shirts and mugs and hats and some other things. Y'all know I stopped on that because of Trump and his tariffs, chill. But I figured some things out and got some stuff straight on that. So I can't wait. I'm waiting for my samples to show up so I can see how things look before I put it all out there. So I can't wait. So I'm waiting for y'all. Yep. Oh, I'm having some coffee cups, some t-shirts, because y'all know I drink something in all my videos. So I'm looking for a promotional sponsor right now to collaborate with somebody for cups. Okay. Listen, Linda, I think about the things I like to use. Okay. I have no problem promoting a cup brand that's going to pay me and I get commissions. Listen, that's how y'all got to think about this. Y'all understand where I'm coming from? That's how you got to think about it. That's how you got to think about it. This content stuff is recession proof. You can make money with content even when people don't have a job. Why? You get paid because they watched. And then when they're watching, you can use it as a funnel to send them to other stuff you have. Podcasts, video programming, physical merchandise, digital merchandise. Do y'all understand? Do that. Make your content. I'm following more and more of you now because I've been cleaning up. As you see, I've been cleaning up my following list. That's why I tell you, don't get caught up on those follow bot trains. Because I did that shit and TikTok caps you out at 10,000 people that you can follow. So then when you really want to follow people, you're capped out and you got to clean up your list that ends up being full of bots and full of content that you really don't want to see. Okay? That's why I tell you, don't do that follow train bullshit. Follow the content that you want to see more of. The people that you want. Don't follow people that you don't want to see more of their content. You can like something, but you ain't got to follow them, okay? I will see you all tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. I thank you all so much for the likes. We got 30,000 likes this evening. We're going to talk in detail because I want to look. I got to look at some Senate stuff and the House stuff because I saw a couple of things on their schedule that I was paying attention to for the week. We're going to talk about that tomorrow morning. So I can give y'all some specifics about what the Senate and the House is doing so that you can know what to talk about when you call your elected official or when you email your elected official, okay? Thank you so much for the likes, the shares today. Thank you for the gifts. As always, I'm going to send a shout out to my top 5 gifters. Number 1, Soyana. Thank you so much, beautiful. Number 2, beautiful storyteller. Number 3, handsome Russ Nelson. Number 4, beautiful living life. Number 5, beautiful Brequel. And I want to send a special shout out to number 6, beautiful Sanopa. Listen, I'm watching y'all. Make your content. Sincerely, I'm going to keep on saying it. Because if y'all sit here and watch me change my life and make content and go from 60-something people in the live, 100 and something people in the lives, to big events, seeing me on television, sponsorships, movies, or whatever I end up doing, and you see that, but your ass hasn't made any more content or hasn't been consistent, you're going to kick yourself in the ass. What's the most you make on an average? It depends. Let me tell you, I'm going to be honest and transparent with you. The first month I got in the creator program, I didn't make nothing. I made $0. The second month in the creator program, I made $20. Truth. The third month in the program, I think I made like a little over $200, right? Because I was slowly starting to figure out things. By the 4th month, I made $1,400. Then the 5th month, I made $2,000. And then I got another one about to come for my next month for this past month of $2,100. This month, no, the previous month. This month, because my live got restricted, it affected my income a little bit. So this month, hold on, let me look, because I can show you, I can tell you right now what I'm looking at. This month for next month isn't looking as promising if I don't get on the ball with doing some other things to like pick, I'm just being honest with you, to pick it up. Because again, for me, the posts that pay me the most are when I have things that are controversial, that I have a very clear and pointed opinion and people engage on the post. TikTok pays me for the longer people stay on the post. I get paid more. So when I get that additional reward in addition to the standard reward, those are the days I make really good money. And it's not even about, and those are videos that don't even have millions of views. Those are videos that have like 50,000 views. You can make a couple $100 off a video like that. Real stuff, depending on the engagement rate and how long they watch it. You don't always need a 100,000 view video to make a couple $100. I'm going to just keep it all the way a buck with you. Okay, so let me look. Let me see what I'm doing this month in creative rewards. Because I've been slacking a little bit this month because I got myself caught up and got my stuff taken down. I don't need all that. Okay, so this is where I am right now. See? That's where I am right now for the month. This doesn't count what I get weekly. This doesn't count live rewards. This doesn't count subscriptions. This doesn't count video gifts. This don't count none of that. Cash apps or none of that. This is just creative rewards program. That's not TikTok shop or none of that. Now, keep in mind, yesterday, I only made $7.54. And that's because my RPM that you see down here has gotten really low. But look, on this, let me go to this day. This day last week, June 13th. So what I'm going to do is go back and look at what I did on June 13th. Look at June 13th. On June 13th, I made $290 in one day. I made $111.84 in the standard reward, and I made $178.59 in additional reward. So on that day, I made more in the additional reward than I did in the standard reward. So I'm going to go look back on June 13th to see what I posted and do it again. Catch it. You get where I'm coming from? Just do it again. Because see, when your RPM goes higher, like I said, on certain videos, I have gotten $1 per view. If your RPM is high enough, you can make a lot of money on a video that doesn't have a lot of views. You don't need 1 million views to make good money on a video. Let me give you another example of one. I'm going to show you one more example because I believe in showing actual results and not just be saying, oh, you can do, because people will say any fucking thing. That's what I found on this damn app. That's what I found on this damn app. Hold on. I'm going to show you. Because what they say, you ain't got to lie, Craig. Come on, TikTok. See? Those are past payouts. See? Yeah. I have videos that still pay me. They're old, but people still watch them. If they show up on their For You page, I get paid for it. I get paid for that video. Let me find a video that wasn't even, that was real simple. Because a lot of videos I make, they don't qualify for much or they don't make much. Like, see, you'll see some here. They make $2. They make $4. Every video doesn't make a lot of money. You understand? And I'm okay with that. That doesn't bother me, right? But then, if you get, I'm scrolling. But then if you get like the ice video I did. Look, that ice video, I made $357 on that video. And it includes a $233.92 additional reward. Why? Because it's just because it's unique. I had a very unique perspective of me talking about something very simple that was in the news. I didn't repeat the news article. TikTok don't consider that creative. See, give your opinion. That's the shit that gets you the additional reward. You're not going to get an additional reward by just saying what's already in the damn newspaper. But you will by having an opinion. Have an opinion. Have an opinion. I'm trying to think of another one. And that video for ice, that was 1 minute and 20 seconds, right? Was that video. Let me see another video. What's another one? I'll give you one more. Because I'm trying to show y'all examples. Most of me, I do slow and steady wins the race. Because all my videos don't pay that much. This video only paid $50. But hell, it's still $50. Shit, you got a couple of videos in a day making $50. Shit, 50 add up to a couple $100 in a day. No taxes on overtime. $78 for that video. It's only 1 minute and 2 seconds. It don't take you long to do it. So record your content. Again, while it's great to make money through the TikTok Creative Rewards program, every month they're changing things. It always changes. Thank goodness I never got into that green screen too heavy, because people who did green screen hardcore, they're not paying for that no more. They're not paying for that no more. So just so y'all know. So everything changes. So that's why I said okay, I'm going to give y'all another great one. Remember when I did that video about picking blueberries, if who wants to pick blueberries? All I did was I saw a flyer on Reddit. So I said, I'm going to do a video talking about this. And I'm going to give my opinion, because I know people don't want to pick no damn blueberries. I made $280.11 off that video, and it included $180.83 in an additional reward. I made more on the additional than the standard. See? That's money that pay your cell phone bill. That money pays your cell phone bill. Make your content. Like I said, I don't care if I get insufficient views to get money for a video. So what? I made the damn video. It still gives me exposure. People still see it, and I can still get myself out there. Make your content. So I'm going to be checking y'all. Especially you, Sunny Peach, because I want to see them paper animals. Okay? I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow morning, right? Don't forget, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh, before I go, I want to show y'all, I saw my niece Monday. Hold on, let me see. Let me show y'all Pum Pum. Where's she at? Y'all know I smile every time I think of the baby. Look at her. Look at the baby. I saw her the other day. Ain't she adorable? You just pinch those little cheeks. Ain't she? Look at her. She is the cutest, right? ¿Cómo estás? She's the cutest. She is the cutest. And then this is when she was, she wanted to, we were playing peekaboo. We played some peekaboo. And then this is at the end. Look at this. We make it our business to meet up every month. She's about to go on vacation for 2 weeks. Look, she's going on vacation for 2 weeks, her and her mommy. Look at that baby. She's so adorable. Another reason why I fight for making sure we have the right thing, because the children are our future, and these children deserve better than what they get, okay? I love you guys. Have a beautiful evening. I will see you tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? Peace. Have a great evening, you guys.